For dangerous vitamins you should never touch, and for you must take daily if you're over 60. For decades, you've been told vitamins are healthy, that they're just insurance for your health, especially after 60. But here's the terrifying truth. 99% of seniors have no idea that some of the most common vitamins in their cabinet, the ones labeled heart healthy, brain boosting, or for seniors, are quietly wrecking their bodies from the inside out. Instead of protecting your health, they could be quietly damaging your brain, thinning your blood, or even weakening your bones. So, why hasn't anyone warned you? Simple. The supplement industry makes over $39 billion a year selling you synthetic blends. Never tested on people over 60. They don't make money when you stop buying. These aren't obscure supplements. They're the ones marketed specifically for people over 60. But not anymore. In this video, we're exposing the 4 dangerous vitamins silently damaging your body after 60, and the 4 life-saving ones that can reverse the harm and rebuild your health from the inside out. And the most dangerous part is the #1 vitamin marketed for brain health may increase your risk of stroke by up to 22%, especially after 60. That's not clickbait. That's clinical data and peer-reviewed studies. Before we begin, let us know in the comments below your age and where you're watching us from. Also, which vitamin do you take every single day because someone told you it was essential? We are reading and replying to every single comment with personalized tips and advice. Now, without any further delay, let's start with number 4 on the danger list. And trust me, they do not want you to know about this one. Number 4, vitamin E in synthetic form. Let's start with one you probably thought was good for your heart. Vitamin E. For decades, it's been praised as an antioxidant that fights aging, boosts immunity, and even helps prevent heart disease. You'll find it in most multivitamins for seniors, often labeled as dalfadoferol or delferol. But here's what no one told you. After age 60, the synthetic form of vitamin E, which is the one most commonly used in supplements, can build up in your fat tissue and throw your entire antioxidant system out of balance. That's because vitamin E is fat-soluble, which means your body stores it instead of flushing it out. And once it accumulates, especially in synthetic form, it can act like a pruxidant, causing damage rather than preventing it. In fact, a 2022 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that adults over 60 who took high-dose synthetic vitamin E daily had a 22% higher risk of hemorrhagic stroke, which is a dangerous type of bleeding in the brain. Participants who took more than 400 international units per day, which is less than many over-the-counter doses, showed increased markers of oxidative stress in their blood. So if you've been taking a multivitamin labeled with delphicoferol, that's the synthetic form. The natural version is labeled as dalfadoferol. And even then, it should be from food-based sources, not chemical isolates. If you still want the benefits of vitamin E, it's safer to get it from whole foods, such as sunflower seeds, spinach, or almonds in moderate amounts. And if you must supplement, make sure it's the natural form taken only under medical supervision. Now, get ready, because number 3 is even more common, and it's probably hiding in your pantry, not your pill box. Number 3, vitamin A in performed form. You've likely heard that vitamin A is essential for your eyes. That's true, but what most people don't realize is that how you get your vitamin A matters far more than if you get it. There are 2 main forms of vitamin A. One is performed, meaning it's already in its active state. This includes retinol palmitate and retinol acetate, the types used in most supplements. The other is beta-carotene, which is a precursor found in plants that your body converts to vitamin A only when it needs to. The danger with performed vitamin A is that your liver stores it. After age 60, your liver becomes less efficient at regulating these stored vitamins. So if you're taking daily multivitamins or fortified foods with retinoptate, especially more than 1,500 micrograms per day, it can silently build up in your system and become toxic. According to a 2021 study in the British Medical Journal, older adults with high intake of performed vitamin A had a 48% increased risk of hip fractures, even when their bone density looked normal. That's because excess vitamin A interferes with vitamin D and calcium absorption, weakening bones from the inside. And this isn't just about bones. Too much performed vitamin A can also cause blurred vision, dry skin, confusion, nausea, and increased pressure in the skull. Symptoms many seniors write off as just getting older. If you want to protect your vision and immune system, choose beta-carotene-rich foods instead, like sweet potatoes, carrots, or kale. Your body will convert only what it needs. And if you're taking a supplement, avoid anything that lists retinol on the label, especially if you're already eating fortified cereals or dairy products. Meet George, a 72-year-old retired carpenter from Ohio. He was active, careful with his diet, and took a senior multivitamin every day for over a decade. But out of nowhere, he suffered a minor fall in his garden and broke his hip. In recovery, doctors found his vitamin A levels were nearly double the safe upper limit. That one pill he trusted for eye health had been silently weakening his bones for years. After switching to food-based sources of beta-carotene and cutting out synthetic vitamin A, his bone scans began to normalize, and he hasn't had another fracture since. Coming up next, a vitamin that's marketed as a must for immunity, but could quietly age your arteries from the inside. You don't want to miss this. Number 2, vitamin B6. This one may shock you, because vitamin B6 is often promoted as essential for your brain and nerves. You'll find it in almost every senior multivitamin brain health formula, and even in energy drinks. But here's the truth. After 60, your body processes vitamin B6 very differently than it did when you were 30 or 40. As you age, your kidneys clear it more slowly, which means even moderate supplements can accumulate in your bloodstream and trigger a kind of low-grade toxicity that damages your nerves, especially your hands, feet, and spine. And this isn't rare. In a 2022 study published in the Neurology Clinical Practice Journal, researchers tracked adults over 60 who were taking more than 50 milligrams of B6 per day, which, by the way, is just one of those brain support pills. Over 6 months, many participants developed symptoms like tingling, numbness, and burning sensations in their hands and feet. Some even experienced balance issues and difficulty walking. The study concluded that B6 toxicity was the most underdiagnosed cause of nerve damage in older adults. And the worst part? The damage can continue even after you stop taking it because the vitamin stays in your tissues. If you're taking a supplement that contains more than 10 milligrams of B6 daily, check the label now. You're likely overdoing it. Most adults only need 1.7 milligrams per day, and many get enough from food alone. If you must supplement, do it under a doctor's guidance and only for short periods. Meet Frank, a 75-year-old former mechanic from Arizona. He started taking a nerve support B complex supplement to help with memory.
Ow.
Within months, he noticed a burning in his feet that slowly spread to his hands. His doctor initially diagnosed diabetic neuropathy, except Frank didn't have diabetes. Blood tests revealed B6 levels 6 times the upper limit. After stopping the pills and switching to food-based B vitamins, his symptoms began to ease. But he still deals with lingering numbness today. And yet, these pills are sold over the counter with 0 warnings for seniors. Get ready, because the number 1 most dangerous vitamin for people over 60 is the one you are most likely told to take for your bones. Number 1, folic acid. You've probably been told that folic acid is important for red blood cells, heart health, and even mood. And that's not entirely wrong. Folate, the natural form found in leafy greens, is absolutely essential. But folic acid? That's a different story entirely. Folic acid is a synthetic version of folate added to most multivitamins, breads, cereals, and supplements. And here's the problem. After 60, your body becomes less efficient at converting folic acid into usable folate. This can lead to unmetabolized folic acid building up in your bloodstream, which can have serious consequences. According to a 2023 study in the Journal of Gerontology, Medical Sciences, older adults with high levels of anabolized folic acid had a 70% increased risk of cognitive decline and memory loss, especially when their vitamin B12 levels were low, which is also very common in seniors. The synthetic folic acid masked B12 deficiency symptoms, allowing nerve damage and memory problems to worsen silently. Even worse, long-term folic acid buildup has been linked to increased risk of certain cancers, including colon and prostate, because it can fuel the growth of precancerous cells in older adults. If you've ever felt like your brain fog is getting worse despite taking your daily vitamins, this could be why. And unfortunately, most senior blends still contain 400 micrograms or more of folic acid per dose, with no warning labels. The safer option is methylfolate, which is the natural and active form your body can use immediately. You'll often see it listed as 5-MTHF on the label. Or better yet, get your folate from fresh greens like spinach, arugula, and asparagus where there's no conversion needed and no risk of buildup. So, if you've been taking folic acid, even in a basic multivitamin, now is the time to stop.